Welcome to Toad TV. This is our YouTube channel for the Crafty Toads. I am Mary Beth. You can find me all over as Mary Beth 494.
And I am Helen, and you can find me as Helen HG69.
We are the Crafty Toads, and we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. And we have our two co-hosts with us today, Spike and Drusilla. I am hoping they are not going to
knock the camera
or bark. Hopefully we will keep them under control. This is take 3 because we started out in one spot and the light behind us just made us look very dark. And I just said to Helen that she's still looking very dark and she's got a black cloud hanging over her. And then the second time we had to get rid of it because she was adjusting her breasts. So, you know, there's that. So.
Should I move up a little bit closer?
Sure.
Because you're kind of like, there you go. Now we're both on the same side.
Okay, I'm not a different size. And I'm not relegated to the back. Anyway, we are Toad Hollow NJ. Our store's name is Toad Hollow. We make beautiful bags and dye yarn. And we have a Ravelry group called the Crafty Toads if you would like to join us there. We have giveaways and stuff that we do there. And knit-alongs, although we haven't done a knit-along in a very long time. But I'm thinking we're going to start one soon. So stay tuned for that. And then, what else are we supposed to say?
That's it, we're done.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful week.
With the knit.
Right. We do want to say thank you so much to everybody who comes and joins us every week. Yes. And comes back and sees us. And for new viewers, welcome.
Okay. You know how we have another fiber festival this weekend? And we go, getting ready for the festival. And we had New Jersey Sheep and Wool this past weekend, and we're going right into the Catskills Fiber Festival starting tomorrow. And it's just been crazy all week. We've just been going. And I do this every time. My body just does this every time. It's like the day before when you're supposed to be just like in absolute, hyper mode, getting things ready. I was like, yeah, now I'm done.
I know.
So Matt, done.
And it's like, would it really hurt if we took a day off? we have 3 days to make yarn, dye yarn, and make bags because that's the amount of time we have in between. Right. And so would it be really bad if we took a day off?
Yeah, I mean, today I'm just like, whatever.
Wait a minute,
it's done. We're picking up the car at 5 o'clock. We'll pack the car and we'll just go.
Yeah.
What ifs?
Oh my God.
Part of it is that we cleaned this morning and that's it. I'm done. That just takes it all out of me.
The house is ready for us to leave so that it's good.
If people show up unexpectedly while we're gone, it's not like, oh my God, what'd you do to my house?
Right. But we are, as Helen said, heading up to the Catskills tomorrow. And so we arranged to get the car. We're getting a slightly bigger SUV than we have. Unfortunately, the Toad store is not going this time because we can either take inventory or we can take the dogs. We can't take both. Well, actually, we can take inventory in the dogs, we can't take displaying. And since this is a fiber festival and we have to, not just lay it out on the ground.
Here, take my yarn.
Here's my cardboard box with my yarn. A great big pile of yarn. So since we have to do that, we have to get a slightly bigger SUV. For those of you that don't know, the Toadster is a Kia Soul, which we adore. I was talking to my mom about it. I have never loved a car as much as this car. I adore this car, but it's small. So,
and Kia Soul owners love their car because we have one parked next to us at the New Jersey Sheep and Wool when I ran to get the car on Sunday, and she was getting into her car at the same time. She just looked at me and she goes, "Don't we just love our car?" I'm like, I really do. I love it. And I said, and we fit everything we needed for our booth in it.
We did not bring the dogs that time.
Right. But she's like, my husband hates it. He thinks it's the ugliest thing. I'm like, well, your husband's stupid.
How can you not love the Kia Soul? Honestly, I really love this car. So anyway, we have to pick up our SUV. We have no idea which one we're getting. Yeah. So we have no idea how much space we have.
It's supposed to be like the size of a RAV4.
Or a little bit bigger.
But we just found out they're giving us tables, or we're renting tables from the fire department, so we don't have to worry about our tables.
Yeah, so that's big. That's really big. So we just have to bring our crates. which fold down.
So, if you are in the area of the Catskills, Bethel, New York, at the
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure
Catskills Distillery is where we are. It's the
Catskills is like a rather large
Yeah.
area. If you're in the area of the Catskills.
But if you're in the East Coast and you're not getting hit by a hurricane,
Bethel,
come
New
see
York.
us.
Yeah.
So
They're gonna have a lot of really cool things.
Yeah.
I think they're having a wood carver and alpacas and rabbits and
lots of animals.
goats and sheep and
Yeah.
tons of stuff like that. They tried to make it family friendly. So I'm pretty sure there's live music, and Dancing Cat Distillery is providing the food.
Yeah.
I mean, really, Dancing Cat Distillery?
Yeah.
I wish I drank. I would go and get some of their...
We'll buy beer for our brothers.
We will. No, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
We'll get beer and it'll be part of their Christmas present.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
I have them every once in a while.
Oh, wow, I love that idea. That's really good. We'll get it. Okay, excellent. There we go. All right. And maybe we'll get some to cook with because I don't mind putting beer in my food.
Yeah.
I just don't like the taste of alcohol. All right. Shall we get off, drinking and maybe show some knitting?
Sure.
All right.
You go first because I have one thing.
I have an FO. I have a finished object.
Where are your sock blockers?
I don't know. They may be in the box in my room. I'm not sure. See, I have a finished pair of socks. Watch out, Drew. I have to roll forward. These are the Vintage Fairy Light pattern by Helen Stewart. I started in Poison Pokeweed, and then I do them 2 at a time on the same needle. It became so tangled, I could not untangle it. I had to cut it. And rather than spend time untangling the yarn, because this is like a couple of hours worth of untangling, I decided to throw on a different color. So I used our TNNA 2018 TNNA colorway, which works very well with them. It looks almost as if I meant to do that.
It
So
also looks like you meant to strip them,
I know.
which is very cool.
Look at that. I have self-striping yarn and I didn't even know it. All right, 64 stitches, size 2 needle, size 2 US, which is 2.75 millimeter, I
Yeah.
think. I did not do these on Chow Goose. I did them on something else. I don't know what kind they were. They were not
I
as
think they're knit picks or something for the black cord.
dreams. No,
Not dreams. Dreams are wooden.
Okay.
I think it's just like they're knit picks.
Okay. Blunt needle. Did not have fun with that because I knit tightly, so it was kind of blunt. Really did not enjoy that part. And the join was not great, but it just happened that
Those were the needles we had.
those are the needles that they wound up on. I did not do the heel that she had in the pattern. I did my 2 at a time garter stitch heel that I follow from Knit Pearl Hunter. And if you want to know about that, if you just search 2 at a time garter stitch heel, it's very easy to find. She has videos. There are 2 of them, one for the first part of it and then for the second part. I love this heel. It's really easy and you can do both. You don't have to take one sock off the needles and do it and then get it back on. It's really a piece of cake. So I'm really very happy with this, and I counted up my socks.
Okay.
I'm now in double digits. I have 10 pairs
Wow,
of handmade
that's cool.
socks.
I have to start catching up with you.
Yeah, so I have 10 pairs of handmade socks, which I am very happy with. Now I know that there's some people who have boxes that have like 24 pairs, and that's just this year, but for me this is an accomplishment.
I mean, there's Amy from
Stranded
Stranded.
Diaries.
I mean, she has more than that, just Christmas socks.
Yeah, I know. She also has more than that, just sweaters.
Yeah.
But that she's knit this year. However, so this is my 10th pair of socks, and my hand knitted socks are now outnumbering my non-hand knitted
And we
socks.
actually wore socks
Yeah,
for the first time in 4 months.
I know. It was
We
crazy.
were wearing our knit socks. So
Really crazy.
beautiful.
Done. They look so pretty like
They really do.
It's really
I
amazing.
really love the idea of doing the top and then doing the bottom. And they're totally different.
It worked out so well.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're going to start a trend.
Yeah.
We'll sell 50-gram skeins of
Okay.
coordinating things, and you do the top in one color and the bottom in the other.
There you go. All right. Okay. You want to go?
Sure. All I have is my sweater. I've not had a ton of knitting time, and My arm has been bothering me, so I haven't been getting a lot of knitting.
How awful is it when there's an injury that keeps you from
I
knitting?
know.
So,
This is my sweater.
oh my God.
I have 10 rows. 10 rows left.
Are you kidding?
No, I have 10 rows.
10 rows and then you do
10 rows in the chart, and then I do a quick,
ribbing?
not even. It's like an I-cord for my collar.
Really?
Mhm.
That's it?
There's like an I-cord for my collar, and then I graft my sleeves.
Okay, so
Almost done.
I-cord for the collar. We'll just allow it to lay nicely.
It's just gonna be
and
like
it won't be anything
like a
big.
flat collar. Yeah, it's not gonna
that
be
comes up.
anything ribby or
That's
anything
brilliant.
like that. So I just have.
Oh my God.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Okay, so the color is not showing up well. Maybe
No.
get closer. That's better. And here, don't miss the green
Yeah.
coming through. All right, so what pattern is it?
It is this. Nobody move.
Nobody breathe.
Is crisis averted. It is the Starfall sweater by Jennifer Steingass. It's a bottom-up sweater. It's a sleeve-first sweater,
So, and it has the pattern around the sleeves, and
then you get the pattern on the bottom.
but you only have the pink and the green and the gray on
Right.
the bottom. The yellow only comes in at the top, huh?
Right. But there's a lot of yellow in the yoke.
Oh my God, that's so pretty. That is so, so pretty. Wow. How long have you been working on it?
A year. Well, not quite, because this time last year I was trying to finish my Rhinebeck sweater.
Right.
So
Maybe 8 months?
maybe 8 months, on and off. And I'm just, oh my God, I am ready to finish it and go right into another one.
What wool?
Knit Picks Swishy, Swish.
It is so soft and squishy.
It is. It's DK.
Really squishy.
And so you do the sleeves first, and then you go bottom up. You put your sleeves in because the yoke construction is different than a raglan construction. I am learning.
She put her sleeves in down here.
Yeah, and
We were
thought-
so worried because we thought there is no way that from here to here is going to work on Helen,
Right.
on her body.
Because I mean I'm 5'8", so I'm tall. But now it's looking like a sweater.
It is.
I'm so excited.
It's so beautiful.
So despite how bad my arm hurts, I'm going to finish it soon. She needs
So
to
does
stay
she-
awake too.
Does she have different patterns?
She has a whole bunch.
Does she?
Yeah.
Okay. You have a bunch of yarn left over too, don't you?
Yeah, because I'm thinking I might. I'll definitely be able to if I want to do like a matching hat, or
How many skeins of the gray do you have?
I'm only gonna have like 2 or 3.
Oh, I thought you were going to have more. Okay.
No, I'm only gonna have like 2 or 3.
But it would be perfect to hold out if somebody else in the house might want to make a sweater where they use gray as
One of the colors.
the contrasting color.
Okay.
In
So
case
maybe-
Spike or
maybe-
Drew wanted to
right,
knit a sweater, they
'Cause
might
I'm-
want to.
I'll have a full skein of green left. I think.
Okay.
Not I think. I know. I have like a skein and a half of green.
Okay.
I'll have just under a skein of pink. I think. Because I think I'm going to break into the last skein of pink.
Mm-hmm.
And the yellow, I mean, you just do this, and then I have just a little bit more, almost like this green part here.
Okay.
I have to do in the yellow above. But really, I'm close.
Because I am thinking that a sweater in this green would be gorgeous.
Yeah.
With gray and pink
Yeah.
contrast. Or a sweater in this pink would be like stunning.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
So, thrilled with the pattern. Thrilled with the yarn.
The yarn has been fun and good to work with, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No problems or anything
it gets
like that.
Gets a little splitty
Okay.
when you're doing the color work, especially because when you're fiddling with all the different things. But
Can I just say, look at her floats. I don't want to hold
That's
it up
okay.
because I don't want to take off. You have needle tips that you should use.
I have DPN holders or needle cozies.
Yeah. Look at her floats. They're so nice and neat.
And once I steam it, they should all hopefully felt together. Anyway, what I was saying with the splittiness of the yarn, for what I paid for it, I am so thrilled with the yarn.
Yeah.
Because it's 100% superwash merino. It's soft. It's not going to bother my skin at all. So I'll be able to just, you know, wear it with a tank or whatever underneath if I want. And we'll see about pilling and stuff. But really, I think it was, you know, $8 for 100 grams. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And I love the color. I think it's just really, really beautiful.
decrease or increase. One
Yeah.
or the other. Yeah.
So pretty. What are you doing, man? Huh? What are you doing? Okay. All right.
So that is my one thing I am working on. Hopefully, next time we podcast, I'll be wearing it.
Well, who knows? You may be wearing it on the ride home on Sunday. Never can tell.
It takes me a day and a half to do a row.
Do you want to show what bag it's in? Because it's one of our
I had
sweater
to
bags.
switch over to our sweater bag. This is our
giant
our toadstool
bag
sweater bag.
that has a whole bunch of yarn plus her sweater.
Yeah, I've got my glasses. I lost them. Sorry.
It is amazing what you will find when you go through your bags. Do you have all the leftover yarn in there?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have 3 full skeins of gray because this gray should be more than enough to
right?
get me through. I only have 1 skein of pink left, and I'm going to break into that.
Okay.
And then this is my yellow and green left.
Wow.
And I just have a little bit of yellow left to do in the pattern. So for color work stuff, whether it's hats, mittens, a sweater, we'll have some skeins left.
Cool. Very cool. Love you, man.
And then it all just goes in here.
Talk amongst yourselves as she puts it all together.
Well, you get your project ready.
Okay. And then you have a lovely bag full of yarn.
Yep. Ah, cat hair. I have no idea where that came from.
I finished my pair of socks and I cast on a new pair of socks. I am doing the blueberry waffle socks. I have not done these yet, so I'm kind of excited to try them.
Are you done your cuff yet?
No, I have, I think, like 4 more rows to do.
Okay.
I think it calls for 12 rounds, and I think I just finished 9. So 3
Well,
more
tell
rounds.
us about what I do, yeah.
Yeah, so, all right, so here is what it is so far. It's just a 2x2 cuff. It's not exciting. But what I want to do to say about this is I am doing this in our cottonide toad, which is 50% cotton, 50% superwash merino. And what I love about this is dyeing cotton yarn takes a different type of dye and a different process than wool. So what we do is when we dye this, the wool takes the color, the cotton doesn't. So this becomes a more faded, slightly washed out color, which I love. I absolutely love it.
Plus it's, when we were at the festival this weekend and we were talking to people about the cottonide toad, you said cotton and like, ugh, this is not the cotton feel of, you know, your
dishy
or anything like this. It's soft and really
and since it's
beautifully
fingering,
draped.
it's a very light,
yeah,
lovely sock. So or a lovely
and
swatch.
knitting with it is fun. I mean, it's not like knitting. It's not like the drudgery of knitting with cotton or anything.
No, because I am crocheting a cotton blanket where I'm, getting very frustrated by the splittiness of it. This is not. This is a nice twist, and I wound these into 2 different 50-gram balls. Yes, I have learned my lesson. So I have 2 balls of yarn that I am doing 1 for each sock. So that is where I am on it. Hopefully next time I will have a lot more to show. But that is what this is my easy peasy project that I have to do. And that is it.
Okay.
All right.
Is that it for the knitting?
I believe that is it for the knitting. Sewing, we have been working on bags. I have a quilt top that I'm just really desperate to get my hands on, and it just is not happening yet.
September is just...
This is a crazy month
Yeah.
for us. So we are making lots of bags and dyeing lots of yarn and getting ready to go to the next festival.
So, while we're on the subject, so as we mentioned, this weekend we are going to be at the Catskills Fiber Festival. Next weekend, on the 22nd,
As long as the
was
state
gonna
has
say.
not washed away.
as long as, Florence does not do her thing. We should be in North Carolina, in Southern Pines, North Carolina, at Bella Filati Yarn Shop, doing a trunk show. So fingers crossed. They are on the west, it looks like they're on the western part of the state. So hopefully they won't get hit too badly and we'll be able to go down.
Yeah, we're really hoping that that's going to work out because we have a farmhouse lined up to stay in
Yeah.
that they are giving to us, and very excited about it.
And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be meeting up with people.
Yeah,
Um,
David.
and then the weekend after, we are going to be back in the Catskills for the In the Making Spike Wants to Stay Home Festival,
Spike's done
which is
traveling.
a big craft festival. So that is our September.
Yeah,
So if you're in any of those areas,
hopefully you will come
Come
say
say
hello.
hello.
And then we are trying to
I
line
would
up
not.
some other
okay.
things in October. We did line up. We will be in Columbia, New Jersey at Woolberries on Sunday.
October 28th.
Is it the 28th? Yes,
Yeah.
October 28th. We have an opera on the 27th, but we are going to be in Columbia, New Jersey on the 28th at Woolberries. So we are going to be there for that.
And we are trying to get into the New England Fiber Festival the beginning of November, but they're not getting back to us. So we don't know whether we got in yet or not.
We're still waiting on that. So there's that. And then what else? I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Okay. So we did Lancaster. Yeah, not Lancaster.
No, we didn't.
What am I talking about? We did Lambertville. We did.
Should we do you know first?
Okay.
Well, mine's a segue into something.
Okay,
So-
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
I go first.
You
Okay.
go first.
All right. Do you know who carved the first jack-o'-lanterns?
Ichabod Crane.
No.
Don't know.
They came over with the Irish in the 1800s.
Oh, really?
Okay, so the Irish have a legend about Stingy Jack. Stingy Jack was a horrible man. He loved to play tricks on everybody. His wife, his family, his mother, even the devil. He played a trick on the devil and had him climb a tree, and then he put crosses all the way around the bottom of the tree so the devil couldn't come down because he can't touch a cross.
Okay.
And Stingy Jack said, I will let you down if you promise not to take my soul. And the devil said, fine, I won't take your soul. So Stingy Jack removed the crosses and the devil went on his way. And the Stingy Jack lived for a little bit and then he died. And when he died, he went to the pearly gates, and St. Peter and everybody were standing there, and they said, you were just a horrible person and we're not going to let you in. So then he went down to hell, and the devil said, I made a promise. You can't come in. And he was stuck wandering the netherworld between heaven and hell. And he said to the devil, can you give me a light because it's very dark? And the devil gave him an ember from hell. And Stingy Jack's favorite food was a turnip. So he always carried it with him. So he carved out the bowl of the turnip and put the light in it. And that is how he sees his way as he's wandering through heaven and hell, or between heaven and hell.
Yeah.
So the Irish carved out gourds, and they didn't use pumpkins because they didn't have pumpkins in Ireland, but they carved out gourds and turnips and beets and put lights in them, little candle stubs, to keep evil away. And
Oh, okay.
they brought the tradition over with them when they immigrated in the 1880s. And when they got here, they found pumpkins that are much easier to carve.
Right.
So they started carving pumpkins, and that's why it's called
called
jack-o'-lantern,
jack-o'-lantern.
because it's Stingy Jack.
Huh.
See,
Well, that's kind of cool.
there you go. I am ready for fall. I'm ready for Halloween.
I
We've
saw the
been making
pumpkins in the
Halloween bags,
supermarket.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm full on ready. So, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. So. Okay, mine is, did you know?
No.
Did you know that a skunk spraying is its last line of defense? It's not its first line. It goes through many other things first before
What
it'll
does it do
spray.
before that?
It'll growl and spit and fluff its tail and then stamp its feet, which I love.
Because that's going to
Essentially,
scare things
it'll
away.
have a temper tantrum, and then if that last thing, it'll spray.
Okay.
So.
Sadly, this is a
I was gonna
segue.
say, I said it was a segue.
Go ahead.
Last Friday we were
Thursday?
Friday we were scheduled to go set up for sheep and wool. Thursday night was my mother's birthday, so we went up to see her. We grabbed our brother on the way and came back. We got home around midnight.
Had a lovely time.
Yeah, it was a very nice time. And threw the dogs out in the back. Everybody's tired because we know we have to pack the car and get everything ready to go.
Didn't even think about it. Just threw him in the
threw him
backyard. Because it's a very small backyard.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden Drew is doing a very high-pitched warning bark, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go out and see what's going on. And I stepped outside, and there was no missing what was going on. So
There aren't supposed to be skunks on
Right.
Long Beach Island.
this is an island. It's Barrier Island. What are
There are
skunks
not
doing
supposed
here?
to be skunks here.
So at 1:30 in the morning, we are in our driveway, bathing stinky dogs, holding a funeral for a skunk.
It was not a good
No,
night.
it was not.
Luckily, the skunk only got Drew a little bit here and Spike a little bit on his nose and the top of his head. I'm really, it's awful, but I think it's because it was very young.
Right.
It was a very small body.
Yes. It was
So,
terrible. Spike
it was
is
just,
a terrible dog. Because Spike was the one that did it.
we're pretty sure the skunk did not bite or scratch Spike.
No, we checked them very carefully because skunks do carry rabies.
But,
So, that is our tale. Our tale of woe.
oh my God.
However, we were reading up, and dish soap, hydrogen peroxide, and baking soda is your mixture that you're supposed to do to counteract the chemical of the skunk. We had dish soap, so we used Dawn. And for the most part, when you get in close quarters with them, you can still smell it just a little bit.
Tiny little bit.
But I haven't smelled it the last couple of days, and it's been very damp.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that
So there's kind
it's
of...
kind of gone.
Yeah.
However, they are now policed at all
Yes.
times in the backyard. And when we go out late at night, I have put a strobe light app on my phone so that I go
Is
out
that
and
what it is?
stamp through the yard with my strobe light going.
Doing your skunk defensive moves.
That's it, exactly. So that, I mean, hopefully anybody that is in there will move on before I let the dogs out.
He was going after our compost heap because we had some old apples and stuff that so sad.
I
Just
know.
And when I read it, that he was stamping his feet, trying to get Spike to leave him alone.
God, I didn't need to know that. Oh my God, it's really.
We'll have a moment of silence for Skunk.
He's a horrible, horrible dog.
He's a dog.
He is a dog.
It was like when I was getting, I'm like, he's a dog. I can't get mad at him.
We're moving the compost heap.
Yeah.
It is moving out of the main part of the backyard where they are, so that if anybody else comes to, chomp on apples and stuff, they will be on the other side of the fence,
death wish.
so that they will not meet up with Spike the Terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we go on to happier times?
Yes.
Okay.
So then Friday we went and set up for the New Jersey Sheep and Wool Festival.
We did. We went and we set up, and we met up with Paige from Frame and Fiber and Allison from Daisy Lane Designs, and they helped us put together some of our displays.
They were so nice. I mean, they had been
Well,
there all
they've
day
been there.
setting up their stuff. And,
They got there at 10:30.
Right.
We plan to
Overachieve
leave.
much, ladies.
We planned to leave at 11, and wound up leaving, I think, at 1.
Yeah, we
2
got there.
o'clock.
But we got there about 3. It wasn't. I mean, we've been much worse. We've been there at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night
Yeah.
setting up. So
No, really, and it was a good festival. Saturday was good.
what you doing?
Hey, man, what are you doing? Saturday was a good day. Lots of people came out.
Yeah.
It was lovely weather.
It was perfect weather for
Yeah.
a fiber festival.
We had people come and talk to us. A couple of people asked me about how the RV and the caravan is going and that whole thing. It is still kind of in the distance. I'm not sure, you know, how realistic it's going to be right now. I think what we're doing is we're kind of planning. We love staying at Airbnbs, and we haven't found like dead bodies in the basement yet. So we're still going optimistically that the Airbnbs are really good. So we are planning to just travel and stay at Airbnbs and do that, because that way we can also go
we
in our
didn't.
car.
We didn't like hauling a little 4x8 trailer.
I do think it's going to be a lot better if you have
I think it's a lot better if you're
car
in a pickup truck,
you
and
know,
you're
set
meant-
for it.
Right, but it's still you're
and
carrying
B,
something.
you're not terrified that you're destroying your lovely car that you absolutely adore.
But it rattled the car.
Oh my God,
It was
yes.
just, I mean, it's going to.
It is.
So.
And I have also driven a 28-foot moving truck, and I
don't
did
like
not enjoy that at all.
We love driving our small little car through
Yeah.
the back roads and that kind of thing. So. I'm not a pickup gal.
Yeah, so I think I think for right now, our plan is we're just going to plan trips and actually make ourselves do them and jump in the car and drive to an Airbnb and stay there for a
And
little
the thing
bit.
that'll make us do it is if we get trunk shows.
Right.
So if we can set up trunk shows a couple states away, just go.
Right.
Like North Carolina.
Right.
We're going to North Carolina.
And New York. And we've done Connecticut, and we want to head west a little bit and do things like that. So, and somebody told us, one of the ladies, she was down visiting her sister.
Maine.
She was talking to us about going to Maine, and I've always wanted to go to Maine, so I would love to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, there are a lot of different places we can go. So that's kind of the way we're going right now. We'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah. She was
But-
snowing in Canada.
No.
The Cozy Up sisters put up a picture.
Yeah.
Full on. The kids are in snow gear.
Really?
Playing sledding in the snow.
It's September.
No.
It is not supposed to be snowing yet.
You were saying Maine, and I'm like, nope.
September.
North Carolina. I'm going to North Carolina. I'm going to go sit with the hurricane, and we'll be happy.
Okay.
So.
Anyway, back to the Fiber Festival. We met some really great people. Saw some friends that we had. We meet up at these meet up with the festivals. So that it was a good day. Saturday, Sunday, it was raining, cold.
Still an okay
but a good day.
But,
So good festival
but
for us.
I mean, yeah, Sunday's always a little bit slower.
Right.
So, but
Sunday's
we
the day
love
you get
doing
to wander around.
New Jersey Sheep Home. So I said we love doing New Jersey.
This is our third year doing it, and we really, really love it. So next year, I think we're going to possibly set up a party tent.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get a double booth, and then have Paige and Allison get a booth, and we'll kind of combine.
And we'll have
a
a
party area.
big, long against the back wall.
Yeah. So.
And just have it open. Because that was one thing we found, that we had gotten new tables, and they're a little bit wider than our other tables, so that it kind of encroached in the space a little bit.
Our space seemed very small.
Our space was tight.
Yeah.
Our space was very tight. So I think we're going to go for a double booth next time and have our tables across the back, and it'll be perfect.
And give us room to talk and let people, because it was so small that if you're talking to somebody, nobody else can get in the booth.
Right.
So.
And we also had a lady who had a double stroller that was standing in the middle of the front, completely blocking everything. It was just such a small opening, so we need to reconfigure that a little bit.
Sorry, I think it should be us.
Well, then our package may have arrived,
Yeah.
which is excellent, because there's our tablecloths for tomorrow. Okay. We have giveaways.
Yes.
Shall we do giveaways?
Sure.
All right. We have absolutely gorgeous yarn from Dog Star Knits.
This was his contribution towards the Night Circus book club that we just finished up. It's called the Le Cirque de Rêve. 80% superwash, 20% nylon. So
100% magic.
100% magic. So we had a thread and Ravelry.
How many yards? Is it 400?
I believe so. It's the same as ours. Yeah, 400 yards.
400 yards.
And we had to laugh when random number generator gave us our number.
Okay, so random number generators, we asked you to tell us what your favorite tent was in the circus. And we kept this to people who have read the book because it's a part of the book club. Lucky number 13, Paige the Framer. She said that her tent, she wasn't picking a tent, she loved the kittens. And that they had to take, they couldn't go for very long because the kittens got tired.
And they had to take breaks.
They had to take breaks, but also she loved the idea of the carousel. And I agree with you. I want to ride that carousel because that just sounded amazing. Absolutely amazing. So Paige,
Paige, get in touch with us. Give us your deets.
congratulations. You are the winner. And we
will come see you.
We will drop it off. Okay, so then we had our July knit crate. August knit crate?
August.
This is August. All right, so this is the August knit crate. It is
Undertow is the colorway, and it is their speckled singles, 100% superwash merino, fingering weight 417 yards.
You got
And you
two skeins.
You're gonna get 2 skeins, and you're gonna get a crochet pattern and a knit pattern.
The name of this one is Indigo Glow. That's the name of the whole box.
The collection, yeah.
And the knit is called the Gully Washer and the crochet is called Caribbean Escape. You get patterns for both of them, so you get to choose. There's information about the designers in this little booklet. All right, and for this, we asked you to tell us what your favorite thing about fall was. And this random number generator picked number 11. That is May Ann on Ravelry. May Ann, it's Mayyann. And her comment was that she loved kicking the smell of leaves when you kick through a pile that somebody else raked, which I thought was very funny. And also the break in temperature because of the humidity, which I'm pretty sure all of us can agree with. So May Ann, please get in touch with us. Send us a message on Ravelry, either to MaryBeth494 or HelenHG69.
Yep.
And let us know your information and we will mail that out to you. And then we got September's knit crate. And this one,
Do we have a question?
not yet, but we'll think of one.
Okay.
So
This is
September,
the colorway.
it is so pretty.
It is really beautiful.
Okay, so they had a couple of different options, and our box got
Notice from the IRS.
tapenade. This is their Dream. It's a sport weight. It is 70% superwash merino, 20% silk, 10% cashmere, 100 grams, 329 yards. It is on Vitalana knit yarn.
It's really
It is
beautiful.
Beautiful.
And
It is really, really pretty.
so it's dash is the collection. It's got a beautiful shawl for the knit.
The knit shawl I think is gorgeous.
That's
I
the
love that.
West Wind.
And that is done in the tapenade colorway, so
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna look like. Oh,
And then the crochet is that, because I can't pronounce it. So, we will open up a Ravelry thread with a question. Come and answer the question and we will,
Isn't tapenade like an appetizer?
I'm thinking tapas.
No, tapenade I think is like something with olives. Olive tapenade.
Tapenade, yeah.
So, what's your favorite appetizer?
Okay.
There you go. If you order appetizers, what do you
What's
like?
your go-to?
What's your go-to? I know what mine is. Although I have branched out.
Of the mozzarella stick realm?
Love mozzarella sticks. Absolutely adore mozzarella sticks.
I like potato skins,
I love spinach artichoke.
but I mean, if you give me a nice warm spinach artichoke dip.
Okay, slight break because camera ran out. But yeah, no, if you get, because we have had at some places where we got spinach artichoke dip where it was not good at all. But when you get it done right,
And it's warm.
and I do have to say that if you're at Do you remember when we went to that Italian restaurant that was in Ocean Township? It was over.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the bruschetta we got?
That was so good.
That was really, really good. So when somebody who really knows what they're doing is doing bruschetta, that's.
And it has to have the right, it can't be like day-old toast or something. It's
No.
got to have the right.
It's got to be the right kind of bread
Yeah.
to the right consistency, and the mixture of garlic in there, because people have a tendency to go heavy on the garlic,
Yeah.
which makes it bitter. It's got to be done right, but
Or
when
use
they get
roasted garlic. Yeah.
when they do it right, it is good. So, favorite appetizer. There you go. We will
Yeah.
set up a thing on Ravelry and have you enter, and then we'll do that next podcast. We'll give away.
Excuse me, cat hair.
Okay. We mentioned that we have been busy getting ready for the Fiber Festival that's coming up, and I just wanted to show we are bringing some new colors with us. Somebody
We're going with more tonals.
gave us the suggestion that we add tonals. We have some tonals, but
Yeah.
we don't have a ton. But you add tonals to the overall line of our yarn. So we are adding the, oh my God, look at these together. Oh my God, they're so beautiful.
They really are.
These are some of the yarns.
Love this one.
Yeah. We do not have names for these yet.
I may do a sweater in this one.
Oh, that would be so pretty. Be so fall.
Yeah.
So fall. But I mean, look at all these three together, these six together. That's stunning. That is really beautiful.
And that was just the first day of dyeing.
Yeah. So the nice thing about tonals is they take like a quarter of the time. So these are, we now have, I think, 175 skeins of yarn that we
They have
need
to be
to
twisted and labeled
twist and label.
before tomorrow.
before 3 o'clock today.
Because we have a vet appointment at 3 o'clock and pick up the car. And we're leaving tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Because we're driving to the Catskills. However, we have our
Very
Airbnb
exciting.
set up, and it's on 16 acres of wooded land. I'm really, really excited about it.
I'm kind of thinking that we should like give people coordinates of where we are,
Okay.
but that's just me.
But yeah, no, we're going to be up there doing that.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, really fun. So next time we podcast, we'll tell you all about it. And I figure...
Hopefully when we podcast next, we will be saying, oh, we're on our way to North Carolina.
Right. We are not going to be adding a ton of stuff to the shop online for the next couple of weeks just because we are taking everything with us. So, but beginning of October,
Yeah.
we're going to have a monster, just put it all
Yeah.
online.
And we will figure out our website, because I know mobile devices cannot get to our website right now.
Really?
Yeah. Just we're changing hosts, and so
What better time to change hosts when you're in the middle of,
Fiber
one
season. Yeah.
fiber
Festival.
festival after
Festival
another.
season. Yeah.
Okay. We've got stuff to do.
We do.
We got to twist yarn. We are twisting the night away. However, we don't even have AGT or World of Dance to watch.
Well, we'll throw HGTV on.
Yeah. We were watching AGT and getting very upset at who got through to the finals.
AGT is America's Got Talent.
Sorry. I don't know. I just expect you to be on my wavelength. I'm very sorry. Anyway.
And we finished up World of Dance, and So You Think You Can Dance, and
Yeah. So You Think You Can Dance, I think, got it right.
World of Dance I think did too.
World of Dance, I think, got it right.
AGT I'm kind of...
I'm upset that some people got through and other people didn't. I don't agree with their votes, but
I don't like the way they split the semifinalists, because I think if they had done the split, not split it differently, but taken the top 10 from both nights of the semifinalists, acts from the first night would have gotten through.
over
Because-
the ones on
Over
the
the one on the second night, because the second night, it was kind of like, can we pick 5?
right. The second night was really
It was a rough night.
Was a rough night, and the first night was really top
And
tier.
there were good acts that went home just because they could only take 5.
Right.
I mean, I think they got probably the top 5, but
Yeah.
so
All right.
anyway.
We shall see. We've got to get going because my mind is just like flittering off onto all these different things that we've got to do. So it's time to go. All right.
Are we doing a reading thing or no?
Sure. I finished Something in the Water by Catherine Steadman. I cannot recommend this book highly enough if you are into thrillers. really, really, really good. And I recommend listening to the audiobook if you possibly can. It is read by the author. Fantastic.
I have a new catchphrase. And I have to say it in a British accent.
Go ahead.
And I can't say it here because... But my new catchphrase
It includes cursing.
is what the actual F.
Yeah.
That's my new thing.
It's
I
just,
just walk into a room. What the actual F? Mary Beth.
it's such a good book.
Yeah.
And then right now I am reading The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, which is the pseudonym of J.K. Rowling for her adult mystery books. And I will do trigger warning. There is an absolutely brutal killing in it that is key to the storyline, so that if that is something that is going to bother you, this is not the type of book for you, but I am enjoying it because obviously I have no heart and it does not bother me. No, I'm really enjoying it, liking it very much. So, you?
I finished reading Caravel.
Which you're really not allowed to talk to very much about because I haven't read it
Megan
yet.
hasn't read it, and I want her to read it and see whether she came out the same way I did.
I did notice that you only gave it 3 stars on Goodreads.
Yeah, because I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
I know it's not like, I'm going to the bookstore to get the second book.
Okay.
And I have to have it right now.
Okay.
So I'm not sure whether I'm going to read the second book.
Which I have to say, the last time that happened was Twilight. I read Twilight, and seriously, I said, we were down here, my mom was down, we were down, and I said, there's a bookstore here on the island, we have to go get it right now.
And it's not like, there's no shame in it. Twilight, it's not like anybody claims that Twilight is great literature. She writes very well for a page turner.
I know, but oh my God, it was the, and after the second one, I was, I don't need to really, I did read 3 and 4, but it wasn't the same way, but after the first one, you had to go out and get the second one, so.
And
anyway,
I'm listening to Sycamore Row by John Grisham right now. Really, really good.
Yeah?
Really good.
So who's reading it, do you know?
I don't, off
Okay.
the top of my head.
But somebody who's good.
Somebody who's good. The southern accents are thick, but really good.
Okay.
Really good. It's the sequel to A Time to Kill. Same
Which
characters. Not the storyline from A Time to Kill, just the same characters, different storyline. And he had great characters in A Time to Kill.
There were very
Great
good characters.
side characters. So
Okay.
very good.
All right. So there you go. There's some suggestions.
Yes.
I was reading Real Simple magazine, and they had their top 5 books,
Okay.
and 4 out of the 5 I circled.
Oh, really?
I'm like,
Okay, cool.
There's one that is Kate Atkinson's new one.
Okay.
I have read 1 or 2 of hers, which
She's
I really like.
British mystery, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is somebody who worked in the Secret Service during World War II, and then the war is over and she goes back to her normal life, and she thinks everything's okay, except all of a sudden some of her old co-workers are showing up on streets around her, and things are happening, and it's like maybe what she did in the war isn't completely over. I know it sounded really interesting. So there were some good ones that were listed. So I have them circled to add to my to be read list.
And we got my mom a good stack of books for her birthday.
Oh my
so
goodness!
We're gonna be like, you done?
Yeah.
You done?
So we got her Station 11, and I said to her, I'm going to write in the flyleaf, trust us. Just trust us that this is a really, really good book and you're going to love it. And what was the second one we got?
Crazy Rich Asians, because she requested that one.
Oh, and then Helen, we were standing in line to get them, and Helen found this book, and she's like, we have to get this, and I don't know if we're giving it away or keeping it. And I say, well, let's just plan on giving it away.
It's called The Paris Apartment. And I can't remember who it's by. But
you go ahead and explain it, and I'll look.
but it's someone who works for Sotheby's in London. They find an old Paris apartment and that's been sealed for 70 years. So it's full of cobwebs and all this artwork, and she gets very intrigued by one piece of artwork, the person who is the portrait and her life. So it's going back and forth between, I think, the 17th century and the present, and the mystery of the person in the portrait. It just sounds fascinating.
Michelle Gable.
And we were looking her up because we'd never heard of her, and we were reading the synopses. I think she's got 4 other books.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, just add them all to the Audible wish list.
I know. Oh my God, they sounded so
Yeah.
good. So good. So yes, Michelle Gable and A Paris Apartment, and then she's got I'll See You in Paris, which sounded really
Yeah.
good too. No, there were a whole bunch that really sounded good. So, all right. There you go. All right, you ready?
I think so.
Okay, thank you so much for sticking around with us and listening to us ramble. And
We were kind of rambly today.
a little bit, yeah. Hopefully we will get back, not so much in sync, but not be quite so
Tired.
rushed. You know, so my mind is very full right now. I need a pensieve so I can just take some things out and put them away somewhere so that I did. Anyway,
Wouldn't that be nice?
yes, that would be nice. Because then I could go back and revisit them when I forget them. You know. Anyway.
So to all of our friends and watchers, viewers, in the path of the beast,
Yes.
please stay safe.
They are calling her the monster.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we are already getting remnants of her. It's very, very windy here, and the ocean is very choppy.
Is that Flo, do you think? Or is that still
Yeah. No, they said today was Flo.
today's Flo?
That's how big she is.
Monday, was it? Sunday and Monday
Sunday and Monday were Gordon.
were Gordon. Lots of wind. Really
I'm gonna
gorgeous
add
weather.
a video of the rough surf I took the other day into this, either at the beginning or the end.
Okay.
But Mother Nature has come and reclaimed her beach. September is here, and she's taking it back. So
You guys got it for July and August, and now it's mine.
right.
Anyway, we have, I don't think we are supposed to get anything really major until
think
like
just-
Monday or Tuesday at the
wind
earliest.
and rain and just high tide flood.
Yeah.
So, but everybody else, I mean, she's supposed to really hammer the Carolinas. So please be safe.
Yeah, in Virginia, because
Yeah.
I have 2 people in Virginia that I'm extraordinarily fond of.
And take the parents.
And the parents
Please
too.
leave the kids.
But I really am very, very fond of 2 little boys who went back to school. Somebody's
Oh.
in 1st grade. We got 1st grade pictures, and
Cullen started school.
Cullen started preschool, and it's just anyway. So they're in Virginia.
Okay. We're rambling again.
Yeah. Yes. Here we go. Have a wonderful week, everybody.
Yes, we will see you next week, and go forth and
knit. Bye.